My name is Kim Dean. I am the general manager here at Goosetown Tavern in Denver, Colorado, and I have worked at this establishment for 9 years. Goosetown has been here since September 4th, 1998, which is known for its nightlife, more towards the bar scene, but we do serve really good food, and it's not your average bar fare. It's been a long-standing menu that we've had. We've changed it here and there, but for 13 years that we've been open, it's been a good, solid menu. When it comes to health code and following those restrictions, it starts off with your liquor license and what that involves as to how much food and what kind of food you have to have. Some places have vending machines, and that is enough to follow. We have a full-blown kitchen. So we follow every health code that any other restaurant without a bar would have to follow. It's worth it in that you create an event for a night. You know, it's not just somebody coming in for drinks. It's groups, it's destination, it's what you're doing for the evening. So without food, you're missing a large percent of that. Goosetown has always been a little bit different when it comes to being a little bit more on the alcohol side than it is the food. Being that, I think people assume that there'll be fryers. That's your key ingredient. We have 0 fryers. Everything's done in oven, baked. So our key ingredient is pizza ovens. We do have some sandwich ovens that we incorporate and stylize our food that way. But it's a limited small amount, but you can do a lot with just ovens. That being said, we do have some pretty typical bar foods, just done differently, where it's not fried, it's baked, and it's a little bit better for you. You know, we're all maintaining a certain level of product value. I do think that I hear it every day. Well, you know, I want a side of fries, or I want a side of this. I'm like, I'm sorry, we don't have any fryers. I think that everybody's pretty pleasantly surprised with what you can do even in a bar. We have a menu that basically is surrounded by specialty pizzas. And as of recently, one of ours has been touted as quite delicious, pretty proud to say. It's a spicy sriracha pizza. It's basically a white pizza with sriracha sauce on top. It's delicious. It is one of my favorites. We have quite a bit of vegetarian fare, which I think people are surprised about. It's a little hard to find in a lot of places here, but you have, I'd say, a good 40% of the menu is vegetarian. The gluten's a little harder to get around, especially when you work in a pizza place, but there are a few gluten-free options. But I definitely say that the pizzas are what holds this place down. We recently have started a happy hour menu. In the past, we never did a happy hour menu because we were what we considered a competitive below par rate for our food. Not to say that it was, devaluing it, but I thought it was a better rate to get what I think is expected in a neighborhood establishment, not to kind of go there and get that extra dollar just to beat the next guy. So we just decided though that it would really be great to offer people, because everybody asks in this day and age, what are your specials? What are your happy hour? Da, 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 da. So we started a happy hour menu. We come up with some unique things that you don't normally see here. It's given our chef an opportunity to kind of branch out of what has been our standard fare. So yeah, we do offer a happy hour menu on top of a happy hour cocktail and drink list. When you're hired here, one of the big things as a bartender is that we do serve food. And so implementing that style of service into a bartender is a little difficult. You get told basically when you get started here that you are a server and you're a bartender. We all do it. As for getting a bartender to serve food and have table service and know that demeanor and take away from the slinging drinks and walk away and run, to stop and take that second and talk to them, eye contact. Tell them the specials, give them the breakdown, ask them if they have any questions. People are very intimidated when they walk into a restaurant if they've never been there. They want to be presented, not that they want to be taken care of, but you want to be informed. You don't want to feel like, oh, I've had people, that weren't informed and then they find out there's another menu. And that's kind of a bummer. So you want to make sure that you're going through the step process. There's a pretty basic 101 on service. So we go through that, you break it down. Greeting, make sure you've had eye contact, be there within a few minutes. If not, let them know you'll be right back. That's A1, that's how you start off your service. After that, specials, drinks, get a little conversation going, and the rest of it's a ride. Not to put down any other places that don't serve food, but as one that does, and one that considers it to be a different step up from the average bar fare. I think I said earlier, as for the whole experience, when somebody goes out and decides to go spend their dollars, their hard-earned money in a week, and goes, I'm gonna go give this to somebody else and have an evening out with friends, when you can give them that total experience and they leave there and, you know, satisfied, happy, and they've enjoyed themselves, and they've had food and drink, I mean, it's a complete evening, then why wouldn't you?
To learn more about the products seen in this video, visit our website at www.foodservicewarehouse.com or call an account manager at 888-655-4968.